Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our channel. Today, we have a story that has captured the hearts and minds of many, a story of a young woman who faced unimaginable adversity but refused to be broken. This is the story of Chidima Adetshina, a name that has been on everyone's lips recently, not for reasons she might have expected, but for the grace and strength she has shown in the face of overwhelming challenges. Chidima Adetshina, a name that should have been celebrated in South Africa for its beauty, talent, and promise, instead became a focal point of controversy, hatred, and xenophobia. Chidima was a finalist in the Miss South Africa 2024 pageant, a competition that should have marked the beginning of a glorious journey for her. However, what should have been a time of celebration and anticipation turned into a nightmare, as Chidima found herself at the center of a storm she never asked for. The controversy began with allegations against her mother, accusations of fraud and identity theft that had nothing to do with Chidima herself but were used as a weapon against her. These allegations were seized upon by those who harbored xenophobic sentiments, and Chidima's Nigerian and Mozambican heritage became the focus of vicious attacks. Instead of being judged for her merits and capabilities, she was targeted for something as irrelevant as her background, an all-too-familiar tale for many who have faced prejudice and discrimination. But Chidima was not one to be defeated easily. With the weight of the world on her shoulders, she made the incredibly difficult decision to withdraw from the Miss South Africa pageant, prioritizing the safety and well-being of her family and herself. This decision, while heart-wrenching, showed her maturity and strength, qualities that many of her detractors could only wish to possess. As the dust began to settle, it became clear that Chidima's story was far from over. In fact, it was just beginning. She took this setback and transformed it into a powerful comeback, joining the Miss Universe Nigeria pageant, representing Taraba State of Nigeria with pride and determination. The same spirit that saw her through the darkest of times now propelled her forward, and she quickly became a front-runner in the competition, leading in the voting and garnering immense public support. It's easy to see why Chidima is leading in the polls. Her story resonates with so many, not just in Nigeria, but around the world. Here is a young woman who faced prejudice, hatred, and xenophobia, yet she did not allow these forces to break her spirit. Instead, she turned the negativity into fuel, driving her to succeed on an even bigger stage. And let's not forget, she is not alone in this journey. Despite the hate she faced, many South Africans stood by her, condemning the xenophobic attacks and supporting her dreams. Prominent figures in South Africa, such as DJ Sbu, a respected DJ and media personality, publicly supported Chidima, calling out those who attacked her and emphasizing the importance of unity and diversity. His vocal support was a reminder that there are still voices of reason and compassion, even in the face of widespread hatred. The Economic Freedom Fighters, a major political party in South Africa, also came to her defense, issuing statements that condemned the xenophobia directed at Chidima and called for inclusivity. The EFF support highlighted the fact that the fight against discrimination is far from over, but it is a fight worth having, and one that many are willing to join. Chidima's journey has also been marked by the support of ordinary South Africans who took to social media to express their solidarity with her. These messages of support were not just for Chidima but were a stand against the ugliness of xenophobia that continues to plague our society. The support she received was a clear indication that the voices of hatred and division are not the majority and that there are still many who believe in a South Africa that is inclusive and united. Now, as Chidima competes in the Miss Universe Nigeria pageant, we can only admire her resilience and determination. Her decision to move forward, to not let the negativity define her, is a lesson for all of us. It's a reminder that even in the face of adversity, we have the power to choose our response, and that response can be one of strength, grace, and dignity. It's worth considering the possibility that this entire experience, as painful as it was, could be seen as a blessing in disguise. Chidima's withdrawal from the Miss South Africa pageant may have opened doors to opportunities that she might not have had otherwise. If she goes on to win the Miss Universe Nigeria title, it will be a testament to her resilience and a clear message to those who sought to bring her down: you cannot destroy what you did not create. However, while we celebrate Chidima's strength and potential for success, we must not forget the serious issues that this story highlights. Xenophobia is a scourge that must be addressed, not just in South Africa but globally. The hate and prejudice that Chidima faced are symptoms of a deeper problem, one that requires collective effort to overcome. We must acknowledge the harm caused by these experiences and work towards a society where everyone is judged by their character and abilities, not by the color of their skin or their country of origin. As we follow Chidima Adetshina's journey in the Miss Universe Nigeria pageant, let's remember the broader lessons her story teaches us. It's a story of courage, resilience, and the power of turning adversity into opportunity. But it's also a story that reminds us of the work that still needs to be done in our societies to combat xenophobia and discrimination. Let's stand with Chidima, not just in her quest for the Miss Universe Nigeria crown, but in her fight for a more inclusive and accepting world. Thank you for watching, and if you found this story as inspiring as we did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Remember to stay strong, stay kind, and never let the world break your spirit.